Welcome back, people, and I hope you're all having a very nice day. In today's video, I'm going to be shedding some light on Amazon's very new and very exciting ad campaign type. So exciting, in fact, I'm going to skip that intro. Just be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already, and do join my Facebook group if you're serious about self-publishing. Without further ado, guys, let's jump into the screen. So people, if you haven't seen it already, then the new ad campaign type is sponsored brands. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over to Amazon. We're just going to take a look at an example of a sponsored brand advertisement, have a look at its features and compare it to a typical sponsored ad. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using the example that we had in this video's thumbnail, which is for coloring books. So right off the bat, you can see a sponsored brand advertisement right here at the top for Papeterie Blue books, and right underneath it, very conveniently for this video as well, is a typical sponsored ad for a coloring book. Now if we have a look at the sponsored ad to begin with, you can see that it's almost exactly the same as a product listing. The only difference is that they put the sponsored tab just above the book's title. So if we go back to the sponsored brands listing, the differences here are absolutely insane. The first thing that gets me really excited is that they're showing 3 books from the same pen name instead of 1. So you've got triple the chance to sell a book right off the bat. Now imagine if someone typed in dog gifts, for example, and then you come in with a sponsored brand advertisement and you're advertising, say, a dog notebook, a dog coloring book, and a dog diary for 2021, for example. So you're showing those 3 books to the top to someone who's looking for dog gifts. There's triple the chance to really hook them in to either see more or just literally purchase your book like that. So it's very, very powerful. I don't know if my description there does it justice, but it's very, very powerful in my eyes, this advertisement right off the get-go. But not only that, you can see in the top left hand corner here, you got the opportunity to post your own logo. So Amazon's guideline on this, you can post your own logo, for example. You can post a photo of yourself if you want, humanize the whole thing, or anything else that's in line with your brand. So it's really cool straight away there. You've got your own slogan here as well. You've got up to 50 characters to put whatever you want in this bit to hook a customer in, maybe a call of action or something like that. And underneath there, Amazon put this little section here that says shop Papeterie Blue books, and instead of taking it to a typical what do you call it, author search, it takes you to some really crazy landing page. So this is not very typical of Amazon. Amazon normally aim to get as many options, as many products in as possible, but this is very distraction free. There's no option to browse other books from other authors. It's all the same, all different books from the same author. And if I scroll down here, I've literally only got the option to add to cart. So Amazon are doing their very best to close the customer here. So they're really putting in a shift with sponsored brands advertising. So those are the features of it. We've got it all in writing here as well on our PowerPoint. So if we scroll down, it's basically just covering what I said before. So it displays 3 products of your choosing, as well as a visible brand and a message. So you can add your own photo and add your own text as well. So what is the eligibility and considerations that we want to take before we make this advertisement? So anyone can create that sponsored brand ad. So when I say anyone, I mean anyone that does KDP. You will need at least 3 books in a pen name to advertise with sponsored brands. So that means if you just have, one Christmas coloring book with 1 pen name, then you aren't able to do sponsored brands with it. You need at least 3 books in the same pen name. The bid amounts for sponsored brands start a lot higher at 10 cents. So with sponsored ads, the typical ads that you normally do, they start at 2 cents, but this one starts at 10 cents. So that's a good indicator as to the sort of scale and the price point that you'd be expecting to pay with sponsored brands, given all that Amazon have done to get the customer to buy. And of course, the ad is keyword or product targeted only. So there's no automatic targeting with sponsored brands. And of course, the other thing I forgot to put in here is that it's USA only as well. So you can't do this in the UK or Canada. Maybe in the future you can, but for the time being, it's just USA. So we're just going to cover quickly as well some of the stuff that's going to get your ads rejected. So they say that if you do misspellings, unusual capitalization and punctuation, that they will reject your ads. Obviously, it's at the top of the search page, so it looks like Amazon's endorsing the product. So they've got to keep up their standards. So just general practice as well. Don't put any curse or sexual words in your book's title if you want to advertise it for sponsored brands. Don't put web links in there. Non-guideline photos. So obviously stuff, I can't think of an example, but just stick to the guidelines with the photos. And of course, don't add unsupported claims like you're the best-selling author or something like that, because Amazon will reject that. So let's just have a look on the Amazon advertising console as to what it looks like when we go ahead and advertise the product. So if we go here and create a campaign, you're going to see this middle option here. So they say new. For me, this rolled out literally around 4 days ago. So that's how new it was for me. I think some people saw it before I did, maybe in the matter of weeks. So this may not even be new news for some people, but it is for me anyway. So that's why I've made this video. So if we click on continue here, and it looks like the start of it's a normal advertisement. You've got your campaign name, portfolio, as you'd expect. So guys, we're going to switch to screenshots as I'm not trying to show all my best-selling pen names and books. So as I was saying, the first bits of the create campaign in your sponsored branding advertising is pretty much the same. There's this little bit at the end of settings that says landing page, but Amazon take care of that for you. They maintain it and they pretty much run it as well. So that's pretty cool. And then as you scroll down, and this is where things start to change. So you're going to have to select an author. So as I was saying before, you can't mix and match pen names in the same sponsored branding advertisement. You're going to have to select a pen name, and then the products will auto-populate based on what the pen name is. So you're going to have to select a minimum of 3 products. Amazon suggests a minimum of 5. Intuition would tell you to add your best-selling books. Basically, I think the ones that will do the best are ones with the most social validation. So if you've got a lot of reviews on the book, if it's got a beautiful design, then definitely put that in there. Otherwise, you're just going to be missing out. So put your best books as the products, of course. When you add free as well, then this bar will pop up. So creative. And it kind of looks really cool. It looks like you're designing your own website almost. So I've never seen this in any other ad before. Basically, you can add some text. So your headline, which is where it pops up on this little sample here, your headline here. So you just want to put a call to action there, something like check out our books. Probably not the best example, but something along those lines. It's like a call to action. You want to add a profile picture as well. If you click on see examples, you see what's allowed and not allowed. There is a lot of what's allowed, so you can add a logo, you can add yourself in there if you wanted to. You can add another person, like just a random stock image of someone to represent your brand. You can add like an illustration from your book, and you can do quite a few things. So there's a lot of opportunity there as well to stand out from the rest of the books within the niche. And of course, if you scroll down a little bit further, you've got the products, and it will allow you to reorder the products below. So as you saw at the start of this video, you can show up to 3 products in one sponsored branding campaign at the top bar. So you're going to want to select basically your 3 best products, the ones with the most reviews, the ones with the best designs, anything like that, the ones that have the best advertising performance. Add them into the top 3 here. Obviously, put your best book in number 1 place, because that's the first one anyone's going to see, and you want this to catch your customer's eye. So this one, you want to put your hottest book in number 1, essentially. if you click optimize your ads here as well, then basically you're allowing Amazon to choose which products show up in your landing page based on relevancy. So it doesn't matter too much about the other books that you selected in products. So that's that. And as I was saying before as well, there's no automatic option for this campaign. I don't know if that's going to change in the future. I don't think so. But at the moment, you can only do keyword targeting and product targeting. So you have to have keywords or products or categories in mind that you want to target before launching this advertisement. So once you click on keyword or product, then it becomes the same as a sponsored ad, manual keyword or manual product targeting, and it will bring you up into a page that looks like this. The biggest thing to note from this as well, the biggest difference is that the smallest bid amount, as I said before, is 10 cents. So with your typical sponsored ad, it's 2 cents. With sponsored brands, it's 10 cents. So Amazon is basically hinting at like a 5 times multiplier as to how much they expect people to bid for sponsored branding rather than sponsored ads. And it just goes to show how much of a business Amazon is. They're really hot on this as well. And that's what I love about Amazon. So that's that. So that once you've completed it, all that in, you've added the keywords, and you can submit for review, and then off it goes. So basically, to sum up my sort of feelings about sponsored branded advertising and how I think it could benefit your publishing business the most, essentially from what I understand about it, it will definitely work best for your established books as opposed to your newest published books. And I know this rings true for most other ads as well. Obviously, if you do an automatic ad for one of your books that has like 100 5-star reviews on it, it's going to do a lot better than a new book. But I think this one has even more emphasis on established books. The fact that you can't do automatic advertisements to it, just manual and just keyword and product targeting, essentially means that you're going to have to grab keywords and products that have been proven successful for the book you're going to advertise already. And of course, the bid amounts are looking higher. So I have 4 sponsored brand adverts going on already, and I've set the bid at 20 cents. Now I'm just messing around. There's no guidance out there yet for what's going to work for sponsored brand advertisements. So I've experimented with 20 cents. I spent like $2 between the 4 ads. So it's looking like it's not getting that much traction, not getting enough views and stuff. So it looks like 20 cents is on the low side for these sort of advertisements. This is a relatively new opportunity, by the way, as well. So I think the prices will go up as people find out more about it. So I just have them experiment. So I have no guidance on the bid amount at the moment. It's going to vary though. Per niche, and obviously you're gonna have to be willing to pay more than you would do for your typical sponsored ads, as the real estate of this one is just a lot crazier. But essentially, if you are asking for my advice on it, then I'd say if you have a book dominating a keyword or category, so like if you type in, I don't know, if you have like a dog coloring book, I know you use this example a lot, but if you have a dog coloring book and you type dog coloring book into Amazon and your book is up there, first, second, third, as you scroll down or something like that, then you're pretty much dominating that keyword. So you can run a sponsored brand advertisement on that book, as well as other books in your pen name, and I reckon you'll do very, very well. There is a lot of potential out there as well. But yeah, it's relatively new. I only got mine literally 4 days ago as well. So more to come on it. I'll have to make another video on my progress for sponsored branded advertisements. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you have any experience with it, if you've got any ads, any sponsored branded ads that are doing well or not so well. But yeah, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope to see you all in the next one. Take care.